Arthur Old Man Hawkins had long accepted that his days of adventure were behind him. At 78, his world was quiet, nestled in a charming English countryside where time seemed to move slower. The scent of damp earth after rain, the rustle of leaves in the evening breeze, and the distant sound of church bells painted a life far removed from the noise of progress and the chaos of space. But Arthur's past wasn't ordinary. He had once been a pivotal figure in humanity's push to the stars, designing the very ships that carried explorers across galaxies. Now, in his twilight years, his adventures were confined to memories and the occasional tinkerings with relics of his past, a collection of old gadgets and devices stored in his cozy study. One fateful November evening, as frost kissed the windows and the crackling fire warmed the room, Arthur decided to dust off his old radio transmitter, a bulky, antiquated machine that still held the charm of his youthful exploits. Adjusting the knobs with fingers now weathered and slow, he expected nothing more than the comforting crackle of static. But what emerged from the speaker wasn't static. It was a rhythmic hum, faint at first but growing stronger. Arthur froze, leaning closer as his heart began to race. The hum evolved into a sound that sent shivers down his spine, a melody almost musical, yet undeniably alien. He adjusted the frequency, and suddenly a voice emerged. It wasn't human. It spoke in a language that was unintelligible yet hauntingly beautiful. Arthur's hands trembled as he recorded the signal, his mind reeling with questions. Was it interference? A prank? Or was it something else? That night, sleep eluded him. He replayed the recording over and over, convinced he was hearing not just a sound, but an emotion, a desperate plea. By dawn, Arthur had sent the recording to his old colleagues at the Interstellar Research Council. The response, when it came, was as shocking as the signal itself. The sound wasn't random. It originated from a dying star system light years away, and the message was clear. Someone or something was asking humanity for help. Arthur, who had believed his contributions to the cosmos were long over, suddenly found himself swept back into the vast, thrilling unknown. The mission was unprecedented. The star system, nicknamed Whispering Star after the melodic hum of the signal, was on the brink of collapse. A rogue black hole was devouring the system's sun, threatening to extinguish the fragile civilization that had called out for aid. The Eterna Nova, humanity's most advanced starship, was hastily assembled, and Arthur, despite his reluctance, was invited to join as an honorary advisor. The journey through space was both exhilarating and sobering. The crew, a mix of young, eager minds and seasoned professionals, regarded Arthur with a mix of awe and curiosity. To them, he was a relic from a bygone era, a man who had laid the groundwork for the very technology they now relied on. But as the days turned into weeks, it became clear that Arthur's wisdom was more than a relic. It was a lifeline. His stories of Earth's resilience, of triumphs in the face of insurmountable odds, became a source of inspiration. When the Eterna Nova finally arrived at the Whispering Star, the sight that greeted them was both breathtaking and heartbreaking. The alien planet, bathed in the flickering light of its dying sun, shimmered with an eerie beauty. Its surface was a mosaic of luminous forests and crystalline oceans, but the air was heavy with despair. The inhabitants, ethereal beings who seemed to glow with an inner light, were unlike anything humanity had ever imagined. They moved gracefully, their forms shifting like living auroras, and communicated through a symphony of vibrations that resonated deep within the human heart. Arthur, who had once thought himself too old for adventure, now found himself at the center of humanity's most important mission. He proposed a daring solution: to construct a gravitational shield capable of deflecting the black hole's pull. The project was ambitious, requiring the combined efforts of humans and aliens, and every passing moment brought the star closer to collapse. As the crew worked tirelessly, Arthur forged a bond with the alien leader, a being of immense luminosity who shared stories of their ancient civilization. The final hours of the mission were a symphony of tension and hope. The gravitational shield, an enormous structure that glowed with the energy of 1,000 suns, was activated just as the star's light began to wane. For a heart-stopping moment, it seemed as if the black hole's pull would overcome the shield. Then, slowly, the star stabilized. Cheers erupted aboard the Eterna Nova, but Arthur, standing on the observation deck, felt something deeper, a profound connection to a universe that had just revealed its vast, fragile beauty. The aliens, their forms now brighter and steadier, gathered for a ceremony unlike any humanity had witnessed. It was a song, not of words but of vibrations, that resonated through the air and into the soul, a celebration of unity and survival. As the Eterna Nova prepared to leave, Arthur gazed at the planet one last time, a tear slipping down his weathered cheek. "This isn't just their story," he murmured. "It's ours." Back on Earth, Arthur's life returned to its quiet rhythm, but he carried with him the hum of the whispering star, a reminder that even in the vast emptiness of space, humanity's capacity for compassion could bridge worlds and change the universe forever.